Hey, what's up guys? Dolby Effect here, back at it again with another review. And for today's review, we got the amazing new John Wick Ballerina. Now, Ballerina has some really good tech specs. It has a native 4K transfer. It has Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision plus HDR10 if that's what you're rocking. This is an amazing transfer. If you were looking for an action movie to pop into your 4K and get kind of blown away by just how good everything looks, look no further, get Ballerina. It is really good. This movie has a handful of scenes that really showcase the HDR, and I would say probably up to like a reference quality. There's a fight scene with the ballerina in like this ice lounge kind of place with all these super bright purple LED lights that are flashing while they're fighting. This is an amazing time for HDR. If you watch this part, you'll be blown away on just how everything looks so vibrant, super bright, and it just looks amazing. It's such a well-made, vibrant, colorful transfer, and this scene really showcases it. There is a scene where she grabs a flamethrower, and every single time this flamethrower is like launched from the nozzle of this flamethrower, the fire is just super bright orange and red, and it just really an amazing showcase moment when it comes to HDR in this movie. And like I said, there are so many different scenes in this movie that really showcase just how awesome the HDR is, from being really colorful to having really bright lights to having super elaborate landscape shots showing the city, and you can see every little light in the building. You can see just how deep and dark the blacks are. For the most part, the black levels on this disc are really good. I did notice in the very beginning, one of the very first fight scenes, it was kind of like in a dark house. You know, there's a lot of shadow work and stuff like that, and there was just a little bit of hint of noise in the black. Actually, I wouldn't even call it a hint. It was pretty grainy and pretty noisy on this part, and that being the introduction to the movie, I was a little bit worried because I was like, is this how like the rest of the movie is gonna look? And for the most part, I would say this movie has pretty much perfect black levels. But for HDR, this movie was just crazy. It had been a minute since I was able to pop in a movie and have reference quality HDR. So if you're looking for like an HDR experience, definitely check out Ballerina. I can definitely recommend it. I'd give the HDR in this like a 9 out of 10. It is really that good. So the resolution in this movie was a little bit of a mixed bag for me, and not by like a huge amount, just a little bit of a mixed bag, just a few things out of place. But the main thing that I notice is that sometimes the movie just looks a little bit more softer than I would like.
Is it soft? Is it juicy? No!
Now, I do have my TV on like the lowest sharpness settings, I think like a 10, and I don't really utilize any of the extra things that the TVs can do, like contrast enhancer or tone remapping or anything like that. I just let the disc speak for itself for these reviews. And for me personally, I felt that it was just a hair soft. I would watch scenes and be like, man, I could only imagine this look just a hair sharper. And I think it would be like a 10 out of 10 when it comes to the sharpness. But for the most part, I am pretty happy with just how the resolution came across on this native 4K transfer. Now let's go ahead and talk about the Dolby Atmos. The Dolby Atmos is just amazing. Of course, you're watching a John Wick movie, so there's tons of explosions and fighting scenes, cars. But the thing that does stand out on this movie is the music itself while they're fighting. It is super loud, super bass heavy. Now in this movie, there is tons of explosions, like I said. The explosions are amazing in this movie. They sound really loud. Again, super bass heavy. There's a lot of 3D work done in this movie. I can hear things from behind me and around me, and it sounded really nice. I love when movies have like a super heavy amount of bass because it just shakes like the couch and you kind of feel it more. And yeah, this movie has it. I would say I'm a 10 out of 10 reference quality for the audio. Now we can get into some of the special features. The special features on this are a little bit lackluster.
You're a basic bitch.
I'm gonna go ahead and rate it right now, 5 out of 10. Anytime that these big studios release these special features and they just kind of do a little 10-minute featurette, and it's just like this super well edited, you know, special features going in and out of people talking about the movie, I just feel like there's no soul behind it. I feel like there's not a point. It's more so of a montage of special features, and I just don't really like those too much. They're just something that I feel like you can watch on YouTube for like 10 minutes, that they're not something that should belong on a disc, something that, you know, would have taken time to make. And I'm sure they're all along the lines of like 10 minutes. They're there, and at least they included them, and they didn't do it in a way where you'd have to like watch the digital version only to be able to watch them. So they are on the disc. But now it's going to get into the packaging, because I did end up picking up the Steelbook from Lionsgate, and it just features our main protagonist. On the front, you know, it has these bright pinkish and purple blue hues to it, and it looks really clean, honestly. It has like a really nice shiny holographic effect, you know, does that thing, and I just thought it was really clean. Now we can go ahead and check out the Steelbook, which I also think is really clean. It's the exact same image on here, but without any words. For the most part, I'm pretty happy because it does utilize the whole Steelbook. There's not a lot of dead space, and it does have a nice gloss over it. I would say Lionsgate, I don't know what they're doing with their gloss on their Steelbooks, but I like it.
I like it a lot.
But yeah, and you flip it over and it has, you know, honestly, I've seen the movie, but I have no idea what this logo is, but I'm assuming it has something to do with this movie's. Honestly, I don't know what the hell it is. It's like a skull with some of the weapons that are in the movie. I don't know. The back is kind of a lost cause. I wouldn't say that the back is that amazing, but again, it does carry over that same design, and I'm overall pretty happy with how this looks. And when you open up the Steelbook, you also get some more artwork, and you're gonna get a shot of that little ice pick that she was using, or the ice axe that she was using in the one fight scene that I said has really good HDR in it. So I'd be giving the Steelbook like a 7 out of 10 for its design. The front, it seems a little basic. I just don't like that it's just her standing into the distance, and on the back, I have no idea what that is. So yes, 7 out of 10, just basically purely on the design of it all. But I do give them props for actually trying and utilizing the Steelbook completely. If you're a John Wick fan, you're going to be super happy with this one. It's amazing. And honestly, I thought the movie was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And just the reference quality, HDR, resolution, and sound that you get out of this disc is just overall, I'm going to give this movie basically a 9 out of 10. I think it's a really good pickup if you haven't gotten it already. And even if you just have to get the slipcover and you can't get your hands on the Steelbook. But until the next review, guys, I will see you on the next one. Deuces.